What's going on, guys? Destiny here. I'm going to bring a quick recap video. No outlook today because I'm going to be neutral tomorrow. I wanted downside today, but obviously we did not get that. So I'm going to be a little bit patient tomorrow and just kind of let price action do its thing. And then we'll have an outlook video for Friday when NFP happens. So let's get straight into this recap and go over the first trade that we took today. So at this point here, around 7:30, 7:45, 8 o'clock, ES was finally tapping into this daily OB, right? This is the first time ES was actually tapping into this area, so I was looking for shorts. But I also knew that this was a trend day, so we need a 5 or 15-minute FVG to kind of get inverse so we could actually get a decent trade and have basically a confirmation to the downside for that. So what 15-minute gap was I looking for? The closest one, because this was the one that led us into that daily order block. And I was just waiting for, like I said, being patient and waiting for this gap to flip as a inverse gap. And if you guys could see here, we did end up flipping that gap shortly after tapping into that area on ES. So I really like shorts here, and basically what I did was wait. I told everyone, okay, we're gonna wait for the CE of this 15-minute gap, and then we'll take some SPY puts for a 0 DTE. The IV was a little bit high today. Because it was FOMC, so we didn't get the full percentage on the move that we normally would, but we still did end up catching a decent move on this. So we got the 50% retracement into this inverse gap. And if you guys could look at the 5-minute, this was also a bearish 5-minute gap off that break of structure. So everything was aligning in terms of that. Now my price targets were based off kind of the 5-minute chart. Any previous lows that we made within, retracing back up. So this was one of the targets that I had here, and then also I had targets down here as well. And if you guys see this play out, we got, it was a pretty nice in terms of our targets being hit, and we were kind of just holding some positions just in case, runners, but we got a very smooth move. About, what is this, about 16 points on ES, 16-17 points. We only got 50% on our contracts, which is like it could have been better. We did go up to around 70%, but that was on my last contract as a runner. But I just had that as break even. I didn't scale at 70%, in case we can lower it. But my final scale, or my biggest scale, I should say, was around 50%, and not that 70 that we did end up seeing. So then prices kind of reversed back into its direction and started with that crazy move during FOMC. Now, we did end up taking a loss today, and let's go over that as well. So what time is this? 11:45. Let's go with a 1-minute chart and see what we're looking at. So it was actually around this time. So let's go back on the replay mode. Oopsie. All right, let's go right around here. I believe it was it. Yeah, so let's play this real quick. So what I saw was, we had we came back into daily OB, and then we started, having some displacement to the downside. I was bearish bias, so that's why I was looking for shorts. Like I said, that was the mistake going into today. I had my bias incorrect, but like I said, usually it's right. Sometimes it's wrong. It happens. We live and learn. And basically, I just saw this, FEG rejecting here, and I was like, okay, this is gonna look really good for shorts. And we could take it down into this sell side here because we do have some relative equal lows. So we ended up, just getting, I basically, I don't want to say I just, aped into the trade, but basically I was like, okay, 0 DTE puts here, and it quickly ran to 40%, right? They quickly ran to the buy sell side area, but I personally did not, wasn't looking to trim. I was looking for a bigger move because these were sized for 0 trades because it was FOMC, Powell speaking. So I sized small accordingly, and I did want a continuation to the downside and potentially use all of this right here as low resistance liquidity run. Do I think this is going to get used as low resistance liquidity run soon? Absolutely, I do. I still think we're going to come down, but I'm gonna let the higher time frames develop a little bit before I actually take a swing or any other day trades based off the bias, because today I was incorrect. So I just want to make sure going forward, going into Friday for NFP, I do have a very clear objective in mind for the week. So as you guys can pretty much see that price came up, came down. It was a whole lot of, you know, back and forth, and then we just started disrespecting these bearish gaps. And I should have kind of, you know, cut my trade, but at the same time I'm sized for zero, so I don't really mess with my trade. But pretty much after we got this displacement candle here at 1156, I was like, all right, this is not looking too hot. We're probably gonna, you know, move up and just kind of continue, you know, trending up for the rest of the day. And that's, you know, that's kind of exactly what we got. So overall today we had 2 trades. Another one was a quick scalp, so I'm not gonna really, you know, count that. But you know, this one went negative. You know, full loss on this. It was I sized it in about $400, and I lost a full 400 on it. And then on the SPY puts, I also sized small because it was a 0-day TE, and also it was you know, is FOMC day. So overall on options today, I did end up red on the day. I was green even after this play, but I kind of just, like, you know, let this play go out too much, I guess, and then I lost a full 400, so I did end up red on options. On futures, I also ended red. I try to take some scalps within these some 1 minute gaps, and, you know, it was just not playing out the way, you know, I've expected it to play out. And that's kind of just me, like, I guess being like not disciplined, because I was telling everyone before, okay, it's NFP week, we need to relax, chill out. You know, we're not going to respect, you know, PDRA as much as we usually do, etc., etc. But I kind of, you know, didn't follow my own rules, I guess, in that way, and I did end up going, you know, red on that on my top step account. So overall, week so far solid. Day today was not that great, but we live and learn. I definitely want to. I don't always do trade recaps, but I definitely want to do trade recaps on the trades that I lose. I think that's very important to kind of understand why I lost, how I lost, and what I was looking at. And, you know, seeing that stuff play out. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy these trade recaps. No outlook today. I will post an outlook after tomorrow's close to get a bigger picture going into NFP. And then we'll go on from there. And as always, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.